Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, all right? Today, we're going to go ahead and get some uncut gameplay, but I wanted to show you my roster, okay? So, as y'all know, I do have a ton of 100 overall cards, but as you see is my unlimited roster. I do not have a lot of those 100 overall cards, and I don't have them for a reason. They just don't have the desired releases that you would want. You want some quick shooting, releasing players, and believe it or not, the slowest releasing players I have, is going to be the GOAT Kareem card. That's why I don't have him at point guard position. He just doesn't have a quicker release. So I still have him at center. And then Luka Doncic, believe it or not, is not going to have one of the quick releases. That's why he is also deep on my bench. So the way that, you want to try to look at this is that, like, you got to go off a couple of things. One, for me, I go off release and tendencies. All right. Their release, which again, that's why you see Glenn Rice and Dikembe Mutombo, they have some of the best releases on the game, and they're really solid with their tendencies. Okay, so if you look at Dikembe Mutombo's tendencies, you're going to see, again, he does a lot of stuff that I want, and one of them is contesting shots. Contest shot tendency 99, block shot tendency 99. So if people were hiding behind the screens, trying to do that Jamal Murray behind the back, and it happens to be Dikembe there, and I'm not on him, Dikembe will definitely jump and try to contest that, right? So that's what you want to look for. So, and then of course, if you come down here, all these individuals have really good releases. I mean, Edie has a really good release. Bradley has a really good release. Cody Williams has a really good release. Klay Thompson has a really good release. And SGA has a really good release. And then when you come over to my little back, Cal has an extraordinarily good release. So what I would do is, just depending on how the game's going, I will go ahead and put Cal in over Bradley, just depending on how, because Cal has probably, outside of Glenn Rice on this roster, he has the second best release. It's extremely quick, so you want to be able to have that. Now, LeBron James does not have a very quick release either, but the way that it is right now in Unlimited, you need to have a big PG. A lot of people are running Jokic. A lot of people are running the GOAT Kareem that I have at center. They running him at point guard. So you have to keep all this in mind when it comes to, how you want to dictate your roster. Because again, you look at my roster, let's start at the point guards. Look at all these, look at all these point guards I have. But look at his release is terrible. He's too small. All right. Come to shooting guard. Yes, Booker has a good release. His SIGs ain't the greatest. T-Mac, his release is okay, but it's not going to be better than Glenn Rice, right? So you just got to keep that in mind. Jerry Stackhouse has a decent one, but their tendencies, and again, these tendencies are not the best either. Actually not the best, they're just not good, period. And then Michael Jordan has an absolute terrible release, okay? So that's why I don't have these 100 overalls here. Same thing here, right? We all know DeMar DeRozan is absolute trash. KD's release is very slow. James Worthy is a decent release, but his tendencies are not going to be the best. So if I had to choose between him or Giannis, I'm gonna go with the 7-footer, right? That just makes sense, okay? Believe it or not, Ron Artest, I would prefer Ron Artest over a lot of these guys, or Julius Erving, or even Kyle Kuzma, because their releases are really, really solid, right? I even have, like you said, you see all these LeBron James and stuff I have here. If I wasn't running him at point, I would not be using LeBron James unless it was GOAT LeBron, because he has Terrence Mann base. Chris Bosh is not playing because his release is very slow. Same thing here. KG, slow release. Dirk, slow release. Larry Bird, even though they gave him Emmanuel Quinn, what I'm talking about, his base, he still has a very slow release. Same thing for Dennis Rodman, right? So Victor Wemby, I have Wemby. But if I had to choose between, if I had to choose Wemby over Dikembe or over Sean Bradley or Zach Edey, I'm not doing it, right? Because the reason being is because, once again, he does not have a very quick release compared to them, okay? So those are things you want to keep in mind. Believe it or not, if I was to do some more, I would probably, if I was to make any type of adjustments, I really wouldn't. But I do know Hakeem Olajuwon is a really good one. Dark Matter, Hakeem Olajuwon's another one that has a very high contest rate and tendencies. But again, if you don't, next cards are by far the best set we've had ever. All right, I want to say that again. the next cards have the best sets we have ever seen with these. I know these rookie kids coming in, they want to give them the best, but look at this 72, 70, 68, 71, 71. Like the tendencies are really solid. Same thing here with Cody, right? And we can go with all these individuals, and they all have really good releases too. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Like there's so many positive things you can utilize with them. Look at this guy right here: 95 interception, 92 on steal, 88 contest, 88 block, right? So that's the reason why I would use a lot of next players if I could. All right, I even have Toppin, and to be honest with you, I could have used Toppin right here over Luka, to be honest with you. That's just how good Toppin is, right? Where's Top? There you go, right here, Toppin. So one thing you see about Toppin is that he's 6'7", right? Just like Luka. They're both 99, 99. But when you come over here to the tendencies, again, you're going to see why these individuals are so valued, in my opinion. So again, actually, Luka has an 85 interception. He has 70. But the shot contest is 65, right? The on ball still tendencies of 55. So he has a little bit better with that. But actually, now I'm talking about it, I'm going to go ahead and make the switch just because Toppin has a better release, right? So that's what we're going to rock with. We'll go ahead and have Toppin right here too. And I think at the end of the day, you could use some other PGs that make a lot of sense. But, like I said, Oscar Robinson's really good, but then again, his release is good. But then I would look at, the first thing I would do is, if I see people are washed with release and stuff, I'm going to the tendencies on defense. And again, as you see, Toppin has better tendencies. What's another big center that has, point guard that has a good release? Look, Lonzo Ball is a good defensive player, but he's just not going to have the release that's quick enough for me to be able to do what I want to do with that. But Lonzo Ball is a good choice. And then I could theoretically, because I know Lonzo Ball has really good tendencies. But I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence with this one because I know that he has good tendencies, especially still. See, pass interception, on ball steal, contest, all that stuff is really solid. So theoretically, I should be using Lonzo, and I might talk myself into using Lonzo. Cade Cunningham, same thing. He's a big guard, but his release is it's his SIGs really is behind the back that really bothers me. And I think, and that's another thing too. I'm sorry, I'm rambling here, but you really want to use guards. Your point guard needs to have the John Wall push cross. So that's the thing that I always look for. I look for the John Wall push cross, and I look for Jamal Murray behind the back. And I know that Lonzo does not have the push cross, so that's the reason why I did not use. I have not been using John Wall, because in Unlimited right now, 5 out, you could really destroy an AI with the push cross. And if you don't have that push cross, it can really hinder you. All right. So Toppin doesn't have the push cross. As I'm looking here, he has moving cross. He has Devin Booker. Right. So again, that's something that I would be like, I don't want to use that. Right. So if I had to pick, and if I'm keeping going through and picking, then maybe the next one would be Penny Hardaway. Let's look at Penny Hardaway tendencies and see how those go. And again, I'm not really stressing it because I know eventually I will get the salary cap version. So Penny Hardaway has a good one, but I don't know if he has the push cross, John Wall push cross. So we go to animations, and then see he has Kobe Bryant, which is not bad. So that's actually a better tendency to have. So probably most likely you would want to go with Penny Hardaway. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I would probably do, is go with Penny. I know Cade doesn't have any of them SIGs. I don't know why they did Cade the way that they did Cade Cunningham. Let me take a look real quick and see Cade Cunningham. But it's just that's the things that I'm looking at. So if anything that you get, he has Devin Booker. So again, to me, your release, your tendencies, and then your animations is what I'm going to look for. I don't care about the 100 overall cards. If you have a slow release, you're not going to be competitive, right? You want to get the Jamal Murray behind the backs. You want to get the John Wall push crosses. You want to get that Kyrie Irving dribble style. You want to have those type of animations. So again, right now, if I had to pick between that, because even though Lonzo Ball has really, really good SIGs, and even though Penny Hardaway has the John Wall push cross, what I would do is then I will come here, go to freestyle, and then what I would do is I would actually take a look once again. This is what I always do, right? So I come over here to topping, and just to make sure, because IMDb sometimes is wrong, and I want to see, yeah, see, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have the push cross, so it's not the greatest, right? So that right there, but his jumper is really, really good. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it's like, dude, man, you got such a sweet, look at that jumper, man. Like, it's so barbecue chicken. Let me see, does he have, oh my God, it's so good, man. And let me see, does he have that, see, he doesn't have the Jamal Murray behind the back that look like that's James Harden. But again, this is what you want, you know, like you want, look at that release though, man. His release is way much better than everybody else's that we just talked about, right? So in my opinion, now I would stick with him. I would stick with Topic just because I know in the half court set, he's gonna be good. He might not be great in transition, right? He has a lot of James Harden stuff, but that James Harden combo move is actually not bad at all, right? Look at that. And yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, Topic is so good, man. So yeah, I would still go and stick with Topic, right? So again, if you're looking for like little tips and tricks, that is what you want to do. Don't get caught up in these 100 overall cards. Don't get caught up in, you know, in the GOAT cards unless they have really good releases. You'll be amazed. There's going to be a lot of dark matter cards that are going to perform better than them, and so that's the reason why I have that. Like Tyrus Thomas is by far one of the most complete cards you can get on the game right now, just because his animations are absolutely top tier. He has a John Wall moving cross, he has a Jamal Murray behind the back, he has Kyrie Irving dribble style, and he has an extraordinarily good base. So you want to keep that in mind. Like Cal, he has good tendencies, he has a good release, he doesn't have SIGs, but I don't care, because if you're playing gap or you're playing off a little bit, I can just dot him and shoot a contested shot right with Cal. So those are things you want to look at. At the end of the day, again, it's really about preference, but those are the things I look at. So once again, I want to state the most important stuff you want to look at is the jump shot, the tendencies, and then what animations they have. Do not worry about the overall. Hell, there's some Galaxy Opals I could compete, right? But let me know in the comment section what you think. Other than that, it's your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really, really soon with the banger, man. And you know, when I say back soon with the banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.